What's common between a 10-year-old government and a 14-year-old business news channel? Both get toppled by the people's favorite. CNBC TV 18, around for 14 years, has been voted out. ET Now, India's #1 business news channel.
Thanks very much for staying on with us right here on BNSN Weekend. Okay, time to take it straight then to our Portfolio Advisor segment. Well, today on the show, we will be discussing Sunil Kumar's portfolio. So let's run you through Sunil Kumar's portfolio then. Well, here's his profile. He's 35 years of age, he's an investor, and he's got a 3 to 5 year time horizon. Time to run you through the stocks that he holds. First up in the pharma space, there's Aurobindo Pharma. 6 shares is what he's got at a buy price of 440 rupees. There's BHEL in the portfolio as well. It's close to 63 shares. His buy point is 219. Coal India, a meager amount of 8 shares, 286 is his buy price. Crompton Greaves then, he's got 158 is his buy point of 14 shares. High beta features on the list as well. So DLF 17 shares at 179. Hindalco 12 shares at 113 rupees. IDFC, well, he's got 28 shares of that. His buy price is 123. Moving on, there's LIC Housing Finance, 26 shares at a buy point of 247. Power Grid is on the list as well. He's got 19 shares and he's fetched that at a level of 104 rupees. From the banking arena, 91 shares of South Indian Bank is what he holds at 22.5 rupees. There's Tata Global Beverages, the favorite from the mid-cap place, and that's 26 shares at 141. And finally, 7 shares of Tata Motors. He's picked that up at a level of 347 rupees. Well, Jagannatham, you've had a look at the entire portfolio as well. And let's start off then by getting your recommendations on what you make of the overall portfolio and his buy price as well.
Overall view on the portfolio is reasonably built up portfolio, quality stocks, but I think the investor tends to get into the stock at higher levels. I think he has to do more homework in terms of getting his entry prices right so that he can make more money. I think at this juncture his stock selection is decently fine, just that his purchase points are on the higher side.
Okay, so then let's kick it off with the individual stocks. Start off by telling us your recommendations, Jagannatham, on Aurobindo Pharma, BHEL and Coal India.
Aurobindo Pharma, I think the stock, he has bought at very, very good stock in terms of momentum, and even though bought at slightly higher levels, but at least he caught the momentum at least on the midway. Already he is making good amount of money. I think the momentum can take the stock at least towards 700, 750. He can wait patiently and look towards the target. BHEL again is I think he bought at higher levels. Because of that his margin of safety is less, but nevertheless he got into the stock. I think eventually he can see 300 rupees. In between there will be some hiccups. The stock may cool off a bit for some time, but eventually I think 300 rupees is very much on the cards. And Coal India again he bought slightly at higher levels, but nevertheless I think even the stock has momentum to take it to 400. All in all three stocks are hold, just that his purchase points were little on the higher side, but nevertheless good stocks he can hold on.
Okay, that's the advice on the first 3 stocks. Let's move on then to the high beta names. Crompton Greaves then at 158. What do you think he should do with a DLF? And what's the advice coming in on Hindalco at 113?
Crompton Greaves again one of those turnaround stories which is completely beaten down 2 years back when the economy was completely on the shambles. Now I think as the economy is picking up, there is a chance that even the Crompton Greaves may make a strong turnaround. There is all likelihood that stock will be heading towards 200, 250. I think he can hold on to the stock. DLF real estate may not be such a great space to be, but nevertheless he bought at reasonable levels. So considering that the overall economy may look upwards after the new government sets in, so meaning thereby I think he can hold on at least to the target of 200 rupees. Hindalco again one of those turnaround metallic stories, and again even here he can look at 200. So all in all 3 are hold.
And let's move on then and talk about, the banking stocks in his portfolio. He's got a good stock in the form of IDFC, but perhaps a high buy price at 123. LIC Housing Finance, and what's the call on a Power Grid as well, Jagannatham?
IDFC, I suggest him to not to get into a trading mode. I think he should hold on to much longer period. The stock is in a fantastic mode, and then new banking license. The stock has been languishing around this 100-120, but he has to show patience. Eventually, he may get 300 rupees in next 3 years or so. And LIC Housing Finance, again, the stock is in phenomenal momentum. It will not be surprising if this momentum take the stock towards 400, so you can hold on. Power Grid, I think one of those range bound stocks, he can keep doing the trading between 100 and 120, so meaning thereby buy close to 100 and sell close to 120.
And finally, to the last set of stocks then, what's the advice coming in on a South Indian bank? Tata Global Beverages has been picked up at a fairly high level, and the call on a Tata Motors at 347.
All three hold. I think South Indian Bank, considering that now even the FI limit concern was lifted by the RBI, so South Indian Bank can easily head towards 50 rupees. Tata Global, one of those range bound stocks, it makes sense for him to book the profits around 170. And Tata Motors, I think the stock can easily move towards that 400-450 zone, so he can book the profits around that level.
Okay, so that's the advice, Sunil, coming in on your overall portfolio, all the chops and changes that Jagannadham has made. Hope you helped you out, but do remember to everyone that's watching that this is only a model portfolio and you must consult your financial advisor before taking any investment decisions. Let's take that quick break right here on the show, but do come right back as we get you some top trading and investment themes.